Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
Yo, it's Jay on the mic.
I'm Jay
It's,
Flicks.
don't let it happen again. It's AJ Verified.
I'm Jay Flicks.
This is the Clear Sound Podcast. Welcome back to our show. Make sure you guys leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Um, and we back. This is the first episode of the year, so I would have said let's clap it up, but last time, you know. But nah, this is the first episode of the year. It feels good. Speaking of the year, actually, we could start talking about like how our years went, like last year for 2022.
Um, Last year was something. Um, I don't know. I'll say it was good and bad. It was something. I'll just say it was very interesting for me. It was interesting. How was yours?
I think it was. I think it was a lot of ups and downs, to be honest, for everybody. Uh, Pretty much everybody getting back used to being social and being around a lot of other people. Uh, Especially saying what we went through with. Was that 2021? No,
It's
that was
2020.
that
Well, it
was
was
20.
heavy in 2020, but it was still going on in 2021.
Yeah,
It's still kind of going on now, but not that heavy no more. Yeah, my year was cool. It was cool. I had a lot of situations throughout the year, um, but overall, it was all a learning experience. That's all,
mm.
really, nothing major.
And I say to the audience, you guys could also, take part in the conversations that we having, and comment or at least, put an emoji about describing how your year was on based on how you was feeling or whatever. We'll get into today is the fact of the day. So this is a crazy one, and it says some cats are allergic to people, and it says FYI. Oh my goodness. It says it says FYI for all you people allergic to cats, they might be allergic to you. It's pretty uncommon due to the fact that we breathe ourselves more often than other species and don't shed as much hair or dead skin. But yes, it does happen. So cats can be allergic to people.
You for real?
I'm not gonna even lie to you. Um, it's a little. I don't know. I feel like that it's not really
Sound
something.
weird. It don't sound true. I know.
It it can happen. I feel like it's something that's a natural thing. 'Cause I mean, if we able to get allergic to stuff, I'm pretty sure animals,
Yeah.
had the same thing. So like it's people that's allergic to cats. It's people that's allergic to dogs. So I would think that another creature, species, whatever, would have the same effects because they still a living.
Right.
So I
Now
don't know.
they
It's not that mind blowing,
they
but
do say it's like it's not too common though. So I
uh,
think that it makes it a little. I don't know. It makes it a little true. I
mm,
guess.
Yeah. I mean, it's weird because like cats and dogs, they do stuff, clean themselves with they mouth and everything. So it makes sense why humans would be allergic to them. But I mean, what do we do? I mean,
Cats can be allergic to humans.
I mean you
how?
can't really say what do we do. It's a lot of
I mean,
stuff that's like
well, yeah, it
you
is
know
a lot of nasty people in the world. You never know. I mean, even if they not,
you
you
never know,
know,
man. Still a
I'll Google
living
that.
living thing, so it's not impossible.
I wonder what it be like they side effects or something where like if they're allergic, you know how like when you're allergic to something then something happens like a reaction. I
Hmm
wonder
Sneeze.
what's theirs. Like
What if they
what's
lost
theirs?
hair?
Huh?
What if they lost hair, like fur, something like
Lost hair?
that?
Shit.
I don't see too much happening to them, other than dying. I don't know. I feel like they weaker than us, so
I mean, they
they probably
probably.
die like quick. You never know.
Um,
They probably die.
like, I don't know. They might sneeze and cough. Something like
You ever heard a
usually
cat
we
cough?
do.
I
No.
can't say that I have. I heard them sneeze.
I
Yeah.
never heard an animal like cough. Any kind of animal.
I
I've
mean, I
never
heard
heard.
a dog cough, but
You've heard of a dog cough?
Yeah.
I've never heard a dog
I
cough.
think
'Cause
I've
they
heard
had
of a
some-
dog call,
It had something like,
but it
caught
don't
in
sound
the
like a
throat.
cough that we know. It sounds like more of a
Yeah,
bark.
that's probably why I never really like. I don't know. I never heard an animal cough before. I think that's weird.
So here's another fun thing that we can do, and basically we'll just be rating. I think I have 8. Yeah, I have 8 of them, but one of them is a message, a screenshot. Basically what we'll be doing is rating pickup lines. I don't know if these are good or bad, but we'll go to the first one. And the first one says, "I was wondering if you're an artist because we were so good." No, my God, I just messed it up. All right, let me redo it.
Mhm.
It says, "I was wondering if you were an artist because you were so good at drawing me in."
Mm,
That ain't gonna really work. That ain't gonna really work. That's like Disney Channel, Nickelodeon kind of pickup
I
line.
feel like you have to know somebody.
Yeah. Like unless you was doing it in a funny way, to where like you was trying to make it seem like it was corny. That's the only way that worked. Cause like if you was being funny with it, but if you was for real, you just went up to somebody and said that, or you text somebody. I don't think that's. I get that like a 3.
3.
Yeah, that's
What
not
about
really,
you?
It's not getting nothing for real.
I'll say about, same around like 3 or 4. 'Cause then they just gonna look at you. They gonna just.
Yeah.
just
I don't
look
know
at
what
It
I
depends
get.
on it depends on who you saying it to. Like,
I think that's with any pickup line though.
yeah, it depends
know,
on who you
person.
saying it to. But as far as I'm concerned, I would never say it, so I'll rate it a 3. Like,
Okay. I don't know what I rated. I probably rated a 4 or a 4.3 or something. Yeah. I probably rate around that.
I've never heard 4.3.
Yeah,
Like in a
4.3
rating
is fine.
standpoint, like 4.3. I heard like 4.5, 5, like and a half, but I've never heard 0.3. That's kind of rated.
3. Nah, this other one says, "You're so hot, I'd burn every chair on earth, so you'll have to sit on my face."
Bro, what?
What? Hold on.
Hold on. Was it some kind of like catchy thing in there or something?
It says, "You're so hot, I burn every chair on earth, so you'll have to sit on my face."
I mean, if
That's not working.
yeah,
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
not working. That's
That
like
don't
that's a
work.
1.
Like,
That's
you
not gonna work.
sit on the ground.
That's
I mean,
pretty weird too. Like if you don't know the person, you just go up to them and say, "Yeah, I'm gonna burn every chair." So that's weird.
You'll
Like,
walk off confused.
yeah, like
Probably
nah,
what?
you ain't getting nothing with that.
So that's a 1 for you. What is it?
I don't know what it is. Pickup line. Yeah, it's a pickup line. So yeah, nah. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
You don't know what you rated?
I don't know.
I rated a 0. It's a 0. It's yeah.
I don't know.
I think this still it still depends on the person though. Still,
I mean, if you in a
Come on now.
relationship,
like if you know them, like
if you
But that's
really-
not necessary. Like if you,
it's funny though.
I
Cause
don't
like,
know, bro.
what?
I mean,
That's
but
weird.
they pick up line. So if they like a pickup line is something you can use to get a number or something. So it ain't gonna work. I mean, if you know somebody, if you're in a relationship and you use it, she might laugh it off and be like, okay. But yeah, nah. If you just do it to a stranger, then
Okay, so this one here is a screenshot. I don't know if okay, yeah, this one here is a screenshot, and it says she's been around the block a few times. All right, that's the name of it.
Mhm.
So this text is from Alex. His name is Alex. He said, "Well, hello there, gorgeous. I got a question for you." As a matter of fact, he didn't say you. He said, "Yeah." He said, "I got a question for you. How many letters in the alphabet? It's 20, right?"
Mhm.
The girl replies, and she says, 26. Let me guess. You forgot the R, A, Q, T, but wait, that's only 5. You also forgot to give me the D later. Come on, Alex. Come on, Alex. This ain't mama's first rodeo. That's what she replied with.
I'm confused. So wait,
So-
is it a scenario?
So this is scenario. This is a screenshot of like a actual conversation.
So what do we? So we trying to rate What?
So I mean, this one really is not a rate. It's more just so funny her response. It's more of a
Oh,
response.
oh,
where-
oh, okay. So
Yeah.
she knew. So she knew like the
Yeah.
pickup line.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cause I
Um,
knew it too. I seen that somewhere on Wild and Out and
Yeah, I
somewhere
see.
Yeah.
Yeah,
before
I've heard that pickup line a couple of times. I don't know.
that. I mean,
Yeah,
it's a cool, pickup line. You can get away with that. I'm gonna get that one
I don't know,
up.
man.
5.5.
I don't know.
Since it's so common.
Yeah, it's terrible because pretty much everybody
Yeah.
know it. So like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it was her
Yeah.
response though. Like, come on, Alex, this ain't mama's first rodeo. Like,
That's
what?
corny. That's a
Yeah,
little
that
cheesy.
kind of throw me. You said mama's.
Yeah, I'll
This
cringe.
ain't
if Somebody
mama's
said
first
this
rodeo.
ain't mama's. Yeah, that's
Like,
not
what you
cool.
mean? This ain't.
This ain't mama's first rodeo. No, he put the caption. She been around the block a couple times.
So if you okay.
I mean, but anybody heard that though. Like, you know what I mean? She ain't had to get into it with a bunch of dudes to know anybody hear that like that
Yeah,
pickup
that's
line.
true.
That's a real common one. That's like if somebody said, "Are you trash?" Because I want to take you out or something like that. Like everybody done heard that, so it's just like it
Okay,
ain't nothing.
so this one says, "Do you know what will happen in zero gravity? I would still fall for you."
Yeah,
Yeah,
that could work.
that
It
was-
could work
yeah,
on
that
who,
was- that-
like I said, on who it is. On who
Okay.
it is. It
So
could
would
work.
you rate it?
That's a good one.
I get out like a
7.
cool 6.
Yeah, I
Get
give
out
it a
like a
7.
cool 6.
Huh?
It
I
just
give
gotta
it a
depend
7.
on who it is. Yeah, that's all that really matter. Who you saying it to?
Okay. Yeah, I give it a 6 too. The next one is, are you an Amber Alert? Because someone reported you kidnapping my heart.
Nah,
Nah,
That's not it.
That didn't.
Nah.
It sound interest.
Interesting.
Interesting at first, but then took a turn.
yeah, nah, that ain't working. That's a 0.
Yeah.
That's not working.
I give it a 2.
Nah, that's too corny. That's too that's just nah. That's not gonna work.
They say this one here. Actually, I got 2 more, and that'd be it. All right. So this one said, "Did you just fart? Cause you blew me away."
Wait, what?
Did you just
That
fart?
make
Cause you blew me
that
away.
make somebody laugh, but then like I keep going back to this. It's just on who it is.
It wouldn't
like,
be no romantic.
yeah,
thing.
like that's like
Yeah, it makes somebody.
you got to say
laugh.
that to somebody who like finds stuff like that humorous or something. Really.
Yeah,
Because other than that, that's not gonna work either. So I give that like a 3.
yeah,
like it.
they could buy you lame.
Yeah, yeah.
I give it a 2. It says here, the last one. And this one is stupid. I was a little confused reading this one. But it says, the only history I want to create is a history of you and me.
The only history.
The only history I want to create is a history of me and you. Maybe I'm missing something, or it's supposed to be
History?
a little message in it, but what I'm getting from it.
He said
You got to think too hard.
his
You
story.
got to think too hard.
Yeah.
That's not gonna work. That's a 0. It's not gonna work.
You know what though? I'm gonna explain this. What I'm getting out of it, cause like the only history I want to make with you
His
is
story.
it said the only history I want to create is a history of me and you. So if it's a history of him and that girl, or that girl and that guy, they really not gonna. They ain't gonna, I don't know.
So I bet.
Maybe it's a sexual thing.
Whatever it
don't
is, you got
know.
to
I
think too hard to
yeah.
know what it means.
Because I think
Like,
he was
so-
talking about like his story of.
Yeah, I thought that too, but
Yeah.
no, that's not even it.
That's
not even it.
Alright,
That's not.
Yeah,
I
no, I
give that
don't
one
know.
a 1.
Yeah, that's
One,
not
two.
not good.
I give it a 2.
It's pretty trash.
It got a little bit of potential in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that.
Yeah. That there though was us just rating some they would call it Riz. Or we rating some pickup lines. Let us know. You guys could rate them as well, but make sure you be specific about the ones that you rating, because we do read the comments and we do like to hear what you guys think. So you guys can rate those as well. And let's move on.
I have this question of the day. Simple little question. You know, would you rather make 7K a week for the rest of your life, or have 30 million up front?
30 million. Million.
You trying to answer
30
too
million.
fast? That's your problem.
Nah, 30
You're
million.
the
30 million.
All right, so so explain why you would have 30 million over 7K a week.
Okay. Now, a week. You gonna do the math right here, right?
You ain't gonna be
I
able
thought
to,
that was
you ain't gonna be-
some notes.
you ain't gonna be able to do all that, my boy.
Yes, I can. So it's 4 weeks in a month, right? So 7 times 4.
28,000.
Yeah. So then you got 28. That's times 12, right?
You could have just
Let me see
did.
that.
You could have just did 52. You could
So-
have did 7K times.
So
that's-
what did
that's
what
a
did you
year.
say?
52.
Well, I say
30 million?
30 million.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
said 30 million.
So, okay.
It would take you about like 40, almost 40 years to get to 30 mil.
40?
I'll
I
say
don't
this.
know. Hold on. Let me,
Almost around like 40. Because think about it. If you
oh,
made
yeah, you're right.
if you made a meal every year, if you made $1 million every year, and you got and let's say 10 years done passed, how much money would you have?
You said a
Million every year?
10 million.
If you made a
10
million,
years, it was 10 million.
exactly. So
So-
imagine. So it'd probably be more than 40 years, really. It depends, though. It depends. So I don't know. It's gonna take you a cool minute to get to 30 mil.
I say this. So
Yeah.
you said 30 mil.
30 mil, and then I can grow and invest and
Okay.
do it. You know.
I say 7K a week. I know it sounds stupid.
I know
And
why.
what we doing is we looking and calculating how much we'd make and how long it'll take to get to 30 mil. But the 7K you get a week is showing you something. It's teaching you something. It's
I
teaching-
don't want to learn. I want money. That's the
Okay.
problem.
But here's the thing. Okay, nah, I was gonna say something totally different. That's a bad term. I'll just put it this way. I think it's a personal thing, or maybe it's like, I don't know. But me personally, I would take the 7K a week because I feel like it's going, or let's just say somebody that didn't know how to manage their money, right?
Mhm.
Right.
30 mil. You get 30 mil. You ain't really worked for it. You just handed 30 mil out of nowhere, and you got all this money.
Mhm.
And basically, it's gonna feel like no limit. Same thing with the 7K, with 30 mil right up front.
It's a limit because that's what you get. And that's all you get.
That's all you get. But with 7K, it's constantly a week. So
Okay.
it's constant money. 7K, it's like you
Which
you
I've
basically
heard.
get the money slower.
Mhm.
I would rather get the money slower and learn how to manage my money, invest in stuff, rather than get the money straightforward.
Invest in what though?
What you mean? Like
Like, what would you invest in that you couldn't have had, like, invest in if you would have got 30 mil? up
30
front?
mil?
Yeah.
Well, no, I can invest with the 30 mil and I can invest with the 7. But what I'm saying is,
So what's
Haven't-
the difference?
the difference is me learning a lesson or learning
But I don't
That's the
need.
problem.
it's
folks.
it's
I don't
learning how
need
to
no
manage
lesson.
my money.
I don't
Well,
need no
I-
lesson. I got
yeah.
30 mil in my bank.
See, that's the problem
No,
with
no,
young
no.
folks.
Listen.
Yeah.
I got 30 mil in my bank. 30 mil. It's gonna take me so long to even touch 30 mil if I was only making 7K. Number one, people who make 7K a week, you're gonna blow that money constantly because you know you're gonna get
You
7K
gonna blow
next week.
30.
You gonna know you gonna like, oh, I'm getting 7K next week. I can spend this on whatever. I can go buy the fresh new shoes that's coming out. I'm gonna buy the fresh new clothes that's coming out.
Right.
You gonna blow that 7K real fast. If not
Same.
the whole 7K, you gonna blow a large portion of it. Next week you gonna get that money back. You ain't even gonna really save. Unless, like, now if we speaking for people with common sense, right? 7K a week, some people will take that, they'll save that money, whatever. But most people will take the 30 mil. If you a person with common sense, you ain't thinking, oh, I got 30 mil, I'm finna blow this. It's endless amount of money that I can spend. Most of the time, you gonna think like, okay, this is the only type, like this is only what I get. Only got 30 mil. I can't be buying no $1 million cars, $1 million houses, all this other stuff. So I'm investing some so I can get consistent money. That's how I would think to do it. If I got like 30 mil right up front, like
Exactly.
you can go ahead do real estate and all that other stuff, or however you say the thing. You can do all that and get houses, sell houses. You can go ahead and invest in stocks. You can invest in all this stuff. You can make 7K a week with just 30 mil alone. So I would rather take that 30 mil, make 7K a week, and still have millions in my bank rather than just start off with 7K.
So here's the thing, though. I think, because what I'm not looking at like, okay, the money is nice. The money sounds nice. I get it straightforward. I get it brought to me out of nowhere, basically. That sounds nice, but I'm also looking at like, it's really no difference with both of them, but it's more so like a step back and realize some type of situation for like people that don't know how to manage money, or people like you getting 7K a week. You spend that first 7K in that week, you just learned a lesson. You gonna get another
Man,
7K.
you trying to learn
but what
lessons,
I'm saying,
man. You
that's
trying to learn
that's
lessons.
what life is about. It's about learning lessons.
The lesson I've already learned in life growing up is that you only get so much money in your life, especially when you in a certain circumstance. Like us right now, we kind of like in the middle of it. We ain't making the most money, but we not broke necessarily. So we know not to just go blow a whole thing of money. We know to save that money. So let's just say out of us three, we ain't talking about nobody else. Out of us three, if we was handed $30 million, we're not gonna think, yeah, let's just blow this. We're not gonna think that. Now, like that's not gonna be our mindset to getting $30 million. Even if we know that's $30 million, our mindset is not gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm finna just go get whatever. I'm finna go spend $5 million before the year end. We not gonna think like that.
You
That's-
know,
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. I'll just take the 7K. I don't really know why. It's just I don't know.
I mean,
I feel it.
this 7K is like a pension. I don't want no pension. Like if
Yes.
I got like 30 mil, I can grow that and put it away. I mean, I don't need a lesson. I done had so many lessons off of
I don't
$500.
need no lesson, man. All right.
$500. Blowing $500 in one day. I was like, okay, yeah, that's enough lesson for me. I'm good.
Tryna
Give me
tell
my
you.
$30 million, and I just
Shoot,
go
I could
on
take
with
that 30 mil, invest into the podcast right there. Get
I
a
said
whole,
this.
get a
And
whole.
if you think
little-
about it, 30 million, 1 million.
we could just say
it's-
500,000. 500,000 get us to like a little place, get a little place like this. Sit down, get some equipment, all that other stuff, talk, whatever.
500. And it's crazy because like us younger people, we don't have that much like patience.
Mm-hmm.
So when it comes to like money, we look at $1 billion as a lot of money, and we don't realize it's like we kind of lost the value of
Hey,
money.
nah, $1 billion is a
So,
lot of money.
Yeah,
I know.
So
that's-
wait, what
that
case
off.
are you
Big
arguing?
ones.
Because it sounds like you're arguing my case.
So look, if you wait, what? Wait,
Because you just said young people look at a lot of money and they see it, and that's what they want. Or am I tripping?
Y'all confused me.
Patience. Okay.
What we talking about?
Patience.
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 Now
That's
the
what I'm
seven,
talking about.
the 7,000. That's good with patience,
Uh-huh.
but it's a certain extent, man. Like 30 mil, like right away, you can. I mean, either way, you can still grow your money, but you can grow it faster with the 30 mil. Yeah, but that still takes patience as well. It's just a little faster. Yeah, y'all both lost.
I'm
All
I'm
I'ma
here with
say-
you.
All I'm gonna say, he ain't here with you. Stop
I
lying.
am, man.
Stop
I
lying.
understand what he's saying,
Nah,
but I
stop
don't know.
lying to that
See
man,
what he
man.
just said
Stop
though
lying
is
to
he'll
him.
take the 30 mil, but then he just argued my case. So that's why I'm confused.
People see like, okay, with your kind of mindset, the reason why you saying 7K is you talking about lessons, it'll teach you this, it'll teach you that. Most of the time, people only try to say 7K because it sounds like a smart thing, when in all actuality, it's not. It's not. If we talking about 30 mil compared to 7K, that's not even a real comparison for real. You already in your millions. You ain't gotta wait no year. You don't even know. Think about it like this. You don't even know if you're gonna live tomorrow. You don't even know if you're gonna live for that next week.
That's why I
Yeah.
live tomorrow.
Bro, what? you don't know.
It might not come.
Yeah, you don't know what's gonna happen. So I'd rather take that 30 mil right then and there. My family said if I was to die the next day, right then and there, they got 30 mil.
Listen,
30 mil. What they gonna do? That 7K was for you.
They told
If
me
you
they
die,
don't
that's
mess
going
with
with you.
me.
What is you
I
talking
told
about?
them that they can't.
That is smart though,
That's what I'm
because
saying.
the 7K, once you die,
That's
that's
gone.
gone.
that's gone.
your
Unless
family
you
ain't got
saved up
nothing.
and put to the side, which is still gonna take a good amount of time.
Right.
And in a year, all you're gonna make is 365.
Probably gonna get like
Yeah,
28,000.
yeah, you know.
So if
I
we
take that 30.
if I got 30 mil, I pass away, man, everybody gonna love me forever.
Man, God gonna bless
Dude,
me.
everybody
God
just
gonna
love-
bless me how to manage my 7K.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's what's up.
Well-
Well, God gonna bless me to go ahead and turn that 30 million to 30
To
billion.
100 million, to
No,
200 million,
yeah,
to
yeah,
300
like that.
million. It's gonna keep
That's-
progressing. That's how that's gonna go.
So, today I wanted to talk about mental health. It's a lot of I say there's a lot of young people dealing with mental health, and Clear Sound is our motive is to is to what's the word? We're focused on clarity and make things more clear, and we're muffled about certain things. I remember seeing jokes on TikTok or something where it's like, they say, "Mom or Dad, I'm depressed," and they're, "You better depress these dishes." Dishes or something like they don't really take it too seriously. And the older generation, they got new problems. They forget there was they don't forget there was a kid before, but they got new problems. So they look at our problems as small problems.
Overlooking.
Yeah. So like, all right, say if you have a child and the child toy breaks, that's heartbreaking to that child. You don't know, like you gonna look at it like, hey, I was that age. It's a toy. You can get a new one, but they
I like
might have
that.
that different
I like
connection to that toy because they never been through that before. So it's big to them. It might be little to you, but it's big to them.
Yeah.
So what I want to let our parents know, before it gets too late, listen to your children, because it can really get hard. If children, teenagers, suicide attempts and all type of things, like even like with the like stealing cars and all type of stuff, like they get into stupid stuff because they
I
don't,
say-
it's all type of stuff,
When you say that, right? It's not even just even parents. I mean, it's like everybody around you. Like a lot of people overlook people, or not even overlook, but they might see somebody and they look all energetic, they look happy, they got a smile on their face, and they just assume like, oh yeah, this person okay, they good, they ain't going through nothing. And it's a lot of people that's real selfish as well. Like they'll go to somebody about their problems, only want to vent to them about their issues, but never there for that person that they vent to. You know what I mean? Like I've been in that seat before. I've been in that seat. Like mental health goes like for almost everything. School, for parents, for friends, anybody. Like mental health is important and it's very much overlooked. It's actually been, since the year has started, 3,000 suicides. About 3,036, I believe, suicides.
Yeah, we talk about
Since the year started.
2023.
And that right there alone is crazy because it's like a lot of those people probably had other reasons, like maybe relationships, maybe parents, maybe being homeless. We never know. But one thing I do know is that their mental health was off. All of that, like nobody talked to them, nobody made sure they was okay, and it's definitely something that's like never seen as really important until something bad happens. And that's the real problem, like going on like with people around in this world, like friends, moms, dads, all that other stuff like that. Like I've been in that situation where I used to always talk to my friends and stuff like that, like about their problems. They used to always come to me about their problems, and I used to always get them advice or sit on the phone with them because I guess they felt comfortable talking to me and whatnot. And I was going through my own stuff. I was going through my own like depression and feeling down, feeling like not knowing what I'm questioned life, existence. I was going through all this like while I was trying to help other people. And something that I noticed is that like I was helping everybody else, but nobody was helping me. And even with that one dude on the Ellen show,
Twitch.
Twitch, he looked happy. He was dancing. He was doing all this stuff, and out of nowhere, nobody expected it. Nobody seen it coming. It just happened because everybody assumed like, oh yeah, he okay, he's good, And that's the biggest problem when it comes to mental health is because everybody assumes that you okay. They only pay attention to you when you start doing crazy stuff, like if you cutting yourself, and even when you doing stuff like that, they make you look like you crazy or something. What you doing that for? Why you sitting there doing this? You know what I mean? And they try to like bash you or make you, shame you for it or something like that. And that's not even something that should be happening. Like I feel like everybody needs somebody there for them, no matter if they look okay or not. And because it can happen to anybody,
Yeah,
anybody at all.
anybody. And it's crazy because it haven't even been a full week yet, and that's what 300,000 you said
3,000.
3,000. That's still 3,000. That's a lot.
Crazy.
That's 3,000 too. It's a one too many, and I would say like the spread. Spread love around. Just ask somebody if they okay. That can really make somebody day. I remember I had a cousin from prison to pay on the phone just to check up on me, and it meant a lot. Some people need things like that, and if somebody can pay to get in touch, you can send a text message for free or something, even a little call or something.
No, that's true. I watched this TikTok, and it was basically talking about how like as y'all mentioned with Twitch, he was happy and stuff, or he seemed happy. He was dancing, making other people smile. Sometime on the TikTok it said, sometime you check on the friends that look happy,
Yeah.
or check on the friends that help everybody else. Uh, Usually, sometime helping everybody else could be a sign of depression,
Yeah.
because you want to make somebody else happy because you're down. So that's usually how that would go. And nowadays, if you're depressed, you looked at as something wrong with you.
Yeah.
Same thing, and I probably shouldn't speak on this, but same thing with people that's been molested. They don't want to speak because they looked at as a victim. And some people that's depressed don't want to look like a victim or a
Yeah.
victim to it or held by something. Um, but I just really learned like some things, man, you can't hide. You know, especially something about it's your mental. Like you can't really hide it, and you try to hide it, and you actually make it worse.
Yeah.
And something else that I've realized is, and I don't know, this has been on my mind for a little bit now. Something that I realized is the devil would try to keep you silent because when you speak up and when you talk, that shows that you're closer to the end goal. It shows that you're overcoming or you're breaking through something because your silence can kill you. Your silence is what it separates you from other people.
Yeah.
You're now isolated from other people. You're not in the real world. You're not engaging in anything. You away from the family. Um,
That's kind of like what pulls people to like suicide because
Yeah.
they feel like so separated from everybody else. Feel like and they like, what's the point? You know what I mean? And they start questioning all of that. Like, and I don't want to say it like this because anybody who's watching might get offended, but it's real heavy for dudes. Like mental health and
commentary.
it's real. Yeah, it's real. Like it's real heavy for men. I'm not saying women don't go through, because they do. They go through it the same, as men. But when I say it's heavy for men, is because a lot of dudes feel like they can't speak on it, or they're gonna be looked at a certain way for speaking on it. Like an average girl who feeling down about something, she might cry over it, or she might vent, or have somebody to go to, like her girlfriends, or any dude who want her would even try to talk to her. But like dudes, it's like
Yeah.
nobody. Like nobody's there to listen to you because they just feel like that's soft.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be down. You a dude. You need to man up. You can't even Like if a dude cry in front of his girl, sometimes like that girl be talking about, yeah, I leave him, or I wouldn't respect him no more
Right.
because you like they got this view on men like, oh yeah, you supposed to be strong, you never supposed to look weak, no matter what. And so like they battle these demons, and it's like I can't speak about nothing. I even say like, and aside from my beliefs, I even say with the LGBT, how do you say it, community, right? Women, men. If a woman wants to date a woman, nobody really looks at it like it's bad. A lot of people just look at it, oh, it is what it is. If a man want to date a man, everybody like that's sick. Hey, you shouldn't be doing that. You know what I mean? Like it's already separation. Even in the same community, it's separation. So like I look at stuff like that and I be thinking like that's crazy because at the end of the day we all human beings. So regardless of like what gender, what beliefs, what religion, all of that, we all have feelings. You know what I mean? We are people. So to put somebody else in a box is really gonna mess them up mentally because like for dudes, they don't really feel like they can go to anybody. You try to go to your dad event, he gonna probably try to tell you to toughen up or something like that. You try to go to your mom event,
Yeah. Make it
she
seem like nothing.
yeah, she'll listen here and there, but then she'll tell you the same thing your dad will tell you. You a boy, you shouldn't be doing that. You know what I mean?
You know.
So
You know,
it's a
have
bad
y'all
thing.
have y'all ever like heard in a man even say like, oh, like they a joke in marriage, be like, oh, well, she's always right, women's
Mhm.
always right, and even things like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you feel like you can't have no time, you can't have your time, or you upset, or you know,
They get mad because you mad.
right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I think this to go back to the whole mental health thing and how you were saying about like everything is separated. And I think I had this talk with somebody before about like if you look at everything, um, everything is separated. People are it's a group for everything. Like this group over here, this group over here. When all we all supposed to be brothers and sisters. We all supposed to be loving on each other. We all supposed to be one body. We
I
all
loving
supposed to
on
be
each other now.
yeah, nah, for real, like loving on each other. See, that's another
Love
thing. Like,
loving
got,
each other, but
bruh,
loving on each other. Is
loving on
kinda,
each other, showing
kinda
love to
crazy.
one another. Just
Yes,
because you're a
yeah.
dude, don't mean you can't show love to
Nah,
your
but
brother.
you said like loving on each other, like that.
I know.
That specific
Yeah,
choice of words.
yeah.
Is
Nah,
crazy.
I mean like as far as like showing appreciation. But if you look at everything, like everybody's, it's always a group. The blacks, the whites, the Mexicans. It's like it's just all. It's just
Blacks, the
that's
whites.
the race. You got
Yeah.
race. You
Yeah, I
got
feel you.
LGBTQ. You got like those are all. It's like four
Yeah,
different things.
yeah.
You got people that's working in low class. Even the government do it. You got low class
Middle
income, middle
class.
class. Like it's all
And it's
separation.
crazy because we all bleed, man. We all see. Well,
Yeah.
okay, let me not say we all see, because some people unfortunately can't. And that's not a joke. That's not a joke. I promise. I promise you, it's not. No, bro, stop, stop. That's not a joke. Wait, because you got me.
Oh my god.
This is very
That's not a joke. It is not a joke. I mentioned that because I didn't want to say we can all
See, I
see
mean, y'all
and
know.
stuff like that because some people can't. You know what I mean? So like, everybody, we are human at the end of the day. You know what I mean? None of us are no monster or creature or something like that, man. We are human beings, and we should treat each other with the same respect we want. You feel what I'm saying? And like I said before, that's not to dispute. Women go through a lot of stuff too. They got to
Oh, yeah,
deal with
definitely.
people. Like they got to. I'm not gonna lie to you. The main thing I would say women have to deal with, just speaking from a standpoint of like my mom and females that I've back then associated with, is more so like reputation or how they're looked at as a woman, and that's like one of the biggest things. Like, oh yeah, she a hoe or something. She been around with every dude. You know what I mean? That's really like what gets to a girl or something like that. Or like she don't look good in that dress. Or like that wig don't fit her or something they
Yeah.
deal with that too much. Like I wouldn't date her, like dudes like
Well-
I wouldn't date her cuz she got this, or she been with dude, or she look like this, or she ain't got this. You feel what I'm saying? And it's like they always viewed a certain way, like they an object. That's what it is. And I ain't on no simping stuff or nothing like that, but that's just the truth. they viewed as
Right.
like this kind of like thing more than like a human being. Like they like, oh yeah,
I feel
she ain't. What?
my fault.
You gonna keep
Tell
going?
what?
Go ahead.
You got gangster with it. You like you cut me off. But look, it's like they are born with their value, and we have to make ours.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they
See, that's going back into separation though.
Exactly.
it's
know?
always separated. I mean,
Why can't
even-
a human just have feelings?
That's the
It's a human.
because we don't give it to them.
We have feelings.
And nowadays, man, it's so crazy. Is that like not only can it's weird because this new generation, man, it's overdid now. People can't even like joke no more. You know what I mean? People can't play about certain topics, or you gonna get canceled. Can't say things that you have an opinion on, or you this or you that. You know what I mean? And it's all separating us every day. Separating us. You can't do certain stuff. You can't act away. You can't look away. You can't be away. You just gonna be looked at. Like if a dude was out on the street and he was like performing or something like that, and something like, but he didn't look like a professional performer. Like let's just say some old dude, raggedy hair, he dancing and stuff like that. People gonna get to recording him like he look funny. They not looking at him having fun dancing. They gonna look at him like, yeah, he look funny. Like he look goofy right now, dancing, playing and stuff like that. Like it's always this like view. Like everybody has a view on people, and it separates us all the time, no matter what it is.
Yeah.
Like their views on people.
I mean,
I-
oh, my fault.
No, you can go
But
ahead. I'm gonna wrap it up.
everybody, there will always be different perspectives with in everything, but when it comes to separation, it happens too often.
Yeah. Separation does, we should all just be one. And is the crazy thing is, it's not, I don't know, but it's almost impossible to happen because we've gained a toxic thought on other things. But this conversation is really good. Mental health. I think I would want to talk about this another time.
Yeah.
Because there's so many different areas and so many different point of views about mental health. And if we have a younger audience, the younger people is going through it more than anybody right now.
I had a quote in my memos. It was y'all gonna have to figure it out. I'm gonna start it off right now. The game ends when the king falls, not when a pawn takes your queen. A few right moves, and you have a new queen. And it's not about chess.
But yeah, you guys make sure you guys stay tuned. We'll continue to talk about that. Like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you guys share with a friend as well.
Hello.